Hey guys, so I am so excited that I am finally making this video. My one year Freeform LOC update. Okay, I've been waiting for this day since day one. And it just seems like time just flew by, which is crazy. But yes, I am here at year one. And today is also my birthday. Okay, well, my Earth Day. And I actually decided to freeform fully and officially on September 15th. Today is September 16th. So I'm just 1 year and 1 day off, okay? But yes, it's officially 1 year and it's been quite the journey, quite the journey. I did share, as you saw in some of the footage, I did share my LOC updates. I tried to keep them at around, 2 months apart. Every 2 months I would come in with a Freeform LOC update. But there was this huge gap between my 4-month and 10th month update because I kind of just disappeared because I was enjoying my LOC so much. I just totally forgot to, come in and check in with you guys. But for the most part, a lot of the juiciness of the journey comes from the beginning anyway. So I'm glad that I was able to document that and share that with you guys, because looking back on some of the old footage, I really, in hindsight, I really truly see the transformation. When I am not looking at the documented videos of my journey, it seems like it's always been the same, but clearly it has not been. So this time last year, I decided to officially freeform lock my hair. And I say officially because if you go back, I guess even on my playlist, my LOC journey playlist, I made my very first LOC video, which was my announcement video, which was in August of last year, the end of August. But with that particular video and with that particular set of LOCs, I decided to semi-freeform, and I sectioned my hair in twists, and I just wanted my hair to just lock from the sections that I created with my twist out. So that was the plan, and then I became so impatient with the journey in itself that I decided, well, I'm going to create locks because I don't feel like waiting. So I'm going to create instant locks with the crochet needle. And after I created my instant locks, which were okay looking, I decided to add human hair, so lock extensions, to my instant locks that I created all in a span of like a week and a half. So then one day on September 15th, I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I realized that, what was going on the outside didn't really truly match my why, my reasoning behind locking my hair in the first place. I really was feeling like my afro became a beauty crutch to me. I was very dependent on my afro, and to the point where I just either was ready to cut off my hair completely or lock my hair, and my spirit was, telling me to lock my hair. So it was an internal decision. It really had nothing to do with the style of my hair, which is why I wanted to kind of go the freeform route. But then I kind of got scared, and then I said, well, I'm going to semi-freeform. Not saying that semi-freeformers are scared. Not saying that, just saying in my little head here, I was just like, I don't know if I'm ready for that particular journey wholeheartedly. But, I wanted to challenge myself because it was all about getting myself out of my comfort zone as well. With beauty crutches and being dependent on a particular type of style in order to ... in order to feel beautiful. And that's how I started feeling. And amongst other things as well, there was just a lot of internal evolution and transformation happening. And what was going on out here didn't really reflect what was stirring on the inside. So I just decided to follow my spirit. I didn't know what my hair was going to look like. And it was hard to say goodbye to my afro because I loved my curly fro, okay? But September 15th, I decided to cut out the extensions that I added and I decided to comb out the instant locks that I created, get my afro back, and start all over again. This time, fully free-forming. There was no manipulation, no separations of sections or anything. I just said I'm going to allow my hair to flourish as is, and I'm ready for this journey. There was no turning back from that point, from September 15th of 2016. So I'm here. I have not diverted from the plan at all, okay? Now here is what my set of Freeform locks are looking like, okay? They are thick, which I absolutely love. Like I said, when you are freeforming, you kind of have no idea how your hair or how your locks are going to form or turn out. You can have some kind of idea, but not fully. And I had no idea, like, I would have these beautiful, thick locks. So, yes, pleasantly surprised by how my hair started forming, because I thought, based on my curl pattern, that, you know, with the way my hair started separating in the beginning, I thought that they would be like thinner, but no, totally different from what I envisioned, and I absolutely am in love with my locks. I really am. I am so glad that I decided to follow through, because there were some times that were really, really hard. The first 3 to 4 months were really hard. Really hard. I am not going to sit here in front and act like, you know, the process was just easy breezy, because it really wasn't. There was just a lot going on with my hair. And yes, there were plenty of stares in the outside world. You know, people would, I would show up to an event. I remember I popped up to this curly hair event and I was probably in my 2nd or 3rd month, and also there was like this fluorescent lighting which made everything stand out more. Every single piece of frizz and hair and wayward hair, everything was just magnified. And you know, I show up to these events, you know, back then, and I'm known for the big curly hair, right? So I had just made my announcement not too long ago, so not everybody knew, you know, that I was locking my hair. So when I walked in, like, the looks that I was receiving from like my fellow curly girls in the community was very, very interesting. I felt like everybody was just like, what the hell is she doing with her hair? You know that, what is that Martin episode with The Retreat, where he comes back with his hair like half braided and half out? And he just comes back like a totally different person, and he's like renewed and awakened and shit. So that was like how they were looking at me. Now, what saved me for sure were these beanies here. Okay, wearing these throughout the fall and winter months, which were my toughest months, okay. There was a lot, you know, everything, my hair was able to lock. Also, I hear wearing the beanies actually kind of helps your hair lock faster in a sense. Because of the material, your hair kind of rubs against the material and actually kind of toughens up, which is what it's supposed to do in, you know, with locking. So these were saviors for my first 3 months of freeforming. And after a while, after the 3rd month, I just said, forget this. Like, I don't want to hide my hair under beanies anymore. I'm just going to let it out and let it free and let it do its thing, because I have to get used to this process, this change, and start getting used to feeling beautiful from within, no matter what, you know, without my hands constantly being in my hair. And that's the thing with freeforming, you don't have to do much at all. The maintenance is extremely low. I don't need to put product in my hair. I don't need to do anything. I wash my hair with shampoo, and I put a little bit of conditioner in it, just a little bit. I don't need to put a whole bunch of conditioner in my hair. I don't wash my hair as often as I used to in the beginning of my journey, because washing your hair a lot in the beginning of your freeform journey actually helps your hair lock faster. Washing it and not using conditioner, okay? Allowing your hair to frizz up, allowing those cuticles to go the other way, the opposite way, so that they can catch on to the other hairs so that they can lock quicker. Also, salt water, keeping salt water in a spray bottle really does work. Okay, it really helps the locking process as well. So there are some tips and tricks. You know, you can't really rush the process, but these are things that do help along with the process. But either way, I still had a bunch of frizz and a bunch of buds. So I couldn't get through that. I couldn't fast forward my journey past that at all. I don't have to wash my hair as often now because my hair is fully mature. So there's no need for me to kind of help with the locking process anymore. Also, I do wash my hair at least twice a month. So every 2 weeks. With my curly hair, I would wash my hair like every 3 days. Okay, so there's a difference. So if all I have to do is wash my hair every 2 weeks and spend 15 minutes blow drying it, I'm cool. I'm cool, but I don't have to do anything in between that time but get up from my bed. Wow, that's a whole other ball game, you know? So it's so low maintenance, which is one of the reasons why I didn't really make a lot of update videos towards the end, because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm going to do a full turnaround of my locks, and then I'm going to count them for my 1 year, okay? Because I don't know how many locks I have. All right. Also, I do have this shaved side here that is growing out. I am growing this baby out, okay? I got about a good 1 inch right there. So I'm just flipping my locks to the other side because it was normally on this side with my shaved side. So now they're over here. So I'm training my hair to stay this way because, you know, to cover up the grow out of the side. And I am going to lock this side as well. Also, I have my locks that I cut off from here. I have them saved. So when they get long enough, I will reattach my locks here. So that's also a great thing about locks, is that you can totally cut them off and reattach them again, and they're still yours. You know, it's your hair. So that's pretty dope. Anyway, I don't want to be too long-winded. Let me just get to the hair. Okay, so you guys can see. This right here is my longest lock. Right here. I love my locks so much, I really do, and I really look forward to the rest of this journey. I mean, it just only gets better from here. It gets better with time. You know, so I'm excited about that. Also, my locks are done with the shrinkage. They're so condensed and, you know, mature enough now to where the shrinkage is non-existent. So it's really all about length. And I'm not pressed for length. Like, I am embracing every single stage at this point. But from here, I will be able to finally notice length. I even look back at some of my old footage and I didn't realize how much my hair or how much my locks have grown. I've been thinking this whole time that it's been the same length. That's the funny thing when you're not really paying any mind to your hair. So that's cool. Oh, so let me count my locks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. have 40 locks. 40 locks. Wow. Like, wow. That's not a lot, which really shows like my locks are pretty thick because I have a lot of hair, you know. So just 40 locks, guys. And of course, when I add these locks back, it'll add on to the number, but 40, a straight 40. Also, before I go, another lifesaver just for lock journeys in general, these bands, okay, the hooded band, or you know, these little bands here, you can find them everywhere. Ricky's, online, you know, everywhere. The Lock Sock, you know, all kinds of places you can find these. Where'd I get this one? This one I actually got from Montreal, actually, when I did an event there. But these are lifesavers, so take these off. So when you're having a bad day and it's too hot for a beanie, okay, just simply throw this joint on, okay? Throw this joint on, let your hair just hang out in the back, whatever it looks like. You know, at least this will kind of be clean to the front if that's what you're trying to go for the day. And it's been such a lifesaver. Like, I sleep with this as well. Yeah, so get yourself one. Even with your curls, like, get yourself one. Also, what I do not recommend though, for the beginning of your journey in freeforming, don't wear these all the time though. The thing is, you're not necessarily giving your roots, okay, enough space so that they can frizz up and lock up. Frizz is very, very important. Frizz is a very important part of the journey because you need the frizz in order for your hair to lock. So don't try to like hide from the frizz too much, because you need the frizz, and eventually the frizz will turn into a solid lock. So just be patient. Okay, be patient. I promise you, it's only just for a few months. I started from loose curly hair, which is not seen as the easiest type of hair to lock. The more kinky or coily your hair is, the faster it will lock. Plain and simple. But I am definitely living proof that curly girls can freeform. Okay? Curly girls can freeform. So I'm seeing a lot of you guys freeforming out there on Instagram, and you're tagging me. It's a beautiful journey, so just keep it going. I hope me sharing my journey inspired those who've been thinking about it, or you know, just being on the fence about it. I hope I inspired you in some kind of way sharing. Anyway, thank you guys for following this journey, and there will be more to come.